In today's video, we are going to explore Jean de la Bruyère quotes about life, people, and wealth. Let's get started. We hope to grow old and we dread old age, that is to say, we love life and we flee from death. There are but three events which concern man: birth, life, and death. They are unconscious of their birth, they suffer when they die, and they neglect to live. Life at court does not satisfy a man, but it keeps him from being satisfied with anything else. If this life is unhappy, it is a burden to us, which it is difficult to bear. If it is in every respect happy, it is dreadful to be deprived of it, so that in either case the result is the same, for we must exist in anxiety and apprehension. I do not doubt but that genuine piety is the spring of peace of mind. It enables us to bear the sorrows of life, and lessens the pangs of death. The same cannot be said of hypocrisy. During the course of our life we now and then enjoy some pleasures so inviting, and have some encounters of so tender a nature, that though they are forbidden, it is but natural to wish that they were at least allowable. Nothing can be more delightful, except it be to abandon them for virtue's sake. A long disease seems to be a halting place between life and death, that death itself may be a comfort to those who die and to those who were left behind. We seldom repent of speaking little, very often of speaking too much, a vulgar and trite maxim, which all the world knows but which all the world does not practice. We should only endeavor to think and speak correctly ourselves, without wishing to bring others over to our taste and opinions. The best way to get on in the world is to make people believe it's to their advantage to help you. What the people call eloquence is the facility some persons have of speaking alone and for a long time, aided by extravagant gestures, a loud voice, and powerful lungs. To speak and to offend is with some people but one and the same thing. The court is like a palace of marble. It's composed of people very hard and very polished. Among some people arrogance supplies the place of grandeur, inhumanity of decision, and roguery of intelligence. All the worth of some people lies in their name. Upon a closer inspection it dwindles to nothing, but from a distance it deceives us. People reveal their character even in the simplest things they do. Fools do not enter a room, nor leave it, nor sit down, nor rise, nor are they silent, nor do they stand up, like people of sense and understanding. There are some who speak one moment before they think. The very essence of politeness seems to be to take care that by our words and actions we make other people pleased with us as well as with themselves. There are certain people who so ardently and passionately desire a thing, that from dread of losing it they leave nothing undone to make them lose it. The shortest and best way to make your fortune is to let people see clearly that it is in their interest to promote yours. It is fortunate to be of high birth, but it is no less so to be of such character that people do not care to know whether you are or are not. We never deceive people to benefit them, for knavery is a compound of wickedness and falsehood. One should never risk a joke, even of the mildest and most unexceptional charters, except among people of culture and wit. A judge's duty is to grant justice, but his practice is to delay it. Even those judges who know their duty adhere to the general practice. A lofty birth or a large fortune portend merit, and cause it to be the sooner noticed. Anything is a temptation to those who dread it. Cheats easily believe others as bad as themselves. There is no deceiving them, nor do they long deceive. Children enjoy the present because they have neither a past nor a future. Criticism is as often a trade as a science, requiring, as it does, more health than wit, more labor than capacity, more practice than genius. Cunning is none of the best nor worst qualities, it floats between virtue and vice, there is scarce any exigence where it may not, and perhaps ought not to be supplied by prudence. He who only writes to suit the taste of the age, considers himself more than his writings. We should always aim at perfection, and then posterity will do us the justice which sometimes our contemporaries refuse us. He who will not listen to any advice, nor be corrected in his writings, is a rank pedant. High birth is a gift of fortune which should never challenge esteem towards those who receive it, since it costs them neither study nor labor. A great mind is above insults, injustice, grief, and raillery, and would be invulnerable were it not open to compassion. All of our unhappiness comes from our inability to be alone. An assembly of the states, a court of justice, shows nothing so serious and grave as a table of gamesters playing very high, a melancholy solicitude clouds their looks, envy and rancor agitate their minds while the meeting lasts, without regard to friendship, alliances, birth or distinctions. The mind, like all other things, will become impaired, the sciences are its food, they nourish, but at the same time they consume it. The sublime only paints the true, and that too in noble objects, it paints it in all its phases, its cause and its effect, it is the most worthy expression or image of this truth. Ordinary minds cannot find out the exact expression, and use synonyms. When what you read elevates your mind and fills you with noble aspirations, look for no other rule by which to judge a book, it is good, and is the work of a master hand. When, after having read a work, loftier thoughts arise in your mind and noble and heartfelt feelings animate you, do not look for any other rule to judge it by, it is fine and written in a masterly manner. One mark of a second-rate mind is to be always telling stories. Days, months, years fly away, and irrecoverably sink in the abyss of time. Banter is often a proof of want of intelligence. The shortest and best way to make your fortune is to let people see clearly that it is in their interest to promote yours. We must confess that at present the rich predominate, but the future will be for the virtuous and ingenious. As riches and honor forsake a man, we discover him to be a fool, but nobody could find it out in his prosperity. It is in vain to ridicule a rich fool, for the laughers will be on his side. There is as much trickery required to grow rich by a stupid book as there is folly in buying it. A show of a certain amount of honesty is in any profession or business the surest way of growing rich. When we lavish our money, we rob our heir. When we merely save it, we rob ourselves. Please let us know your favorite quotes from these Jean de la Bruyère quotes about life, people, and wealth in the comments section. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.